The Union Cabinet takes key decisions to improve space science by opening up space assets for private sector participation in the entire range of space activities. Newly created Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Centre in space to provide a level playing field for private companies to use Indian space infrastructure. In other landmark decisions to boost sectoral growth and employment, the Cabinet approves bringing 1,540 cooperative banks under RBI supervision. 15,000 crore rupees infrastructure development fund set up for development of animal husbandry sector. OBC Commission gives additional 6 months to deal with anomalies. Kushinagar Airport declared as an international airport. BJP President JP Nadda hits out at the Congress, saying due to misadventure of one dynasty, India lost thousands of squares of kilometers of land. Says one dynasty's interests are not India's interests, and relaunch of the Sion for the nth time can wait. Party spokesperson Sambit Patra says Indian Army had thwarted attempts of the Congress and Nehru Gandhi Vadra family to give away Siachen to Pakistan. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh says if there is any question on India's sovereignty and territorial integrity, its resolve to protect its interest at any cost cannot be doubted. Raksha Mantri attends along with Indian marching contingents in Moscow. Army Chief General M.M. Naravane is in Ladakh on a 2-day visit to review overall military preparedness and ground situation at the line of actual control. Chief of Army Staff visits forward posts in eastern Ladakh area, commends troops for their high morale and exhorts them to continue working with zeal and enthusiasm. Ayush Minister Shripad Yeso Naik says any medicine for COVID-19 has to come to Ayush Ministry for its approval. Says nobody should advertise any medicine without prior approval and permission from the Ayush Ministry. Says we will look into the report and permission will be given accordingly. India's recovery rate improves to over 56% with 2.58 lakh recoveries. Active cases cross 1.83 lakh mark with 14,476 fatalities. Delhi records highest number of COVID-19 cases in a day. COVID-19 tests breached the ceiling of 2 lakh per day. Global cases rise over 92.63 lakh with over 4.77 lakh deaths world over. And in some good news, rains lash national capital region, bringing some much needed respite from the heat. The weatherman says monsoon has kept its date with Delhi NCR of the 25th of June as predicted, and the arrival of the monsoon will be declared tomorrow. Namaskar, you're with the latest on DD News and DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. The first up, the government has taken a far-reaching decision which will have a direct impact of enhancing a sense of security to about 8.6 crore account holders in cooperative banks. The Cabinet has decided to bring 1,540 cooperative banks under RBI supervision. This will include 1,482 urban cooperative banks and 58 multi-state cooperative banks that are now being brought under the supervisory powers of the Reserve Bank of India. The decision will be giving an insurance to more than 8.6 crore depositors in these banks that their money amounting to 4.84 lakh crore rupees will stay safe. RBI's powers as they apply to scheduled banks will apply for cooperative banks as well.
अपने देश में 1482 अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव बैंक है और 58 है मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स। आज इनके बारे में एक अध्यादेश पारित किया है। अब वो राष्ट्रपति के पास आएगा कि ये सारी बैंक 1540 है, ये तुरंत प्रभाव से आरबीआई के सुपरविजन पावर में आ जाएंगे। आरबीआई की जो सुपरवाइजिंग की तरीका है शेड्यूल बैंक के लिए भी, वही इन कोऑपरेटिव बैंकों पर लागू होगा।
The Union Cabinet has also approved 2% interest subvention to Shishu loan category borrowers under PM Mudra Yojana.
मुद्रा लोन्स आपको पता है लगभग 18 से 20 करोड़ लोगों को मिले। ये सबसे बड़ा स्मॉल लोन प्रोग्राम्स है, एक तरह से दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्मॉल बैंक लोन का प्रोग्राम है। इसके अंतर्गत एकदम ही छोटा, जिसका 50,000 तक का लोन होता है, ऋण होता है, उसको शिशु लोन स्कीम कहते हैं। और इस ऐसे 9 करोड़ 37 लाख लोगों को लोन मिला है। इन लाभार्थियों को अब ब्याज में 2% की छूट मिलेगी।
The Union Cabinet also approved the declaration of Kushinagar Airport in Uttar Pradesh as an international airport.
कुशीनगर बुद्धिस्ट सर्कल का एक तरह से मध्य बिंदु है, लेकिन वहां अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर का एयरपोर्ट नहीं था। अब वो कुशीनगर में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय एयरपोर्ट हो रहा है, हवाई अड्डा हो रहा है, जिसमें 3 किलोमीटर की एयर स्ट्रिप बन चुकी है। अब कोई भी एयरबस जैसा बड़ा जहाज भी उतर सकता है। और मुझे विश्वास है जैसे अंतर्राष्ट्रीय यातायात शुरू होगी, यहां भी विमान आने लगेंगे और यहां से बुद्धिस्ट सर्किट को जाने वालों को बहुत सुविधा होगी।
The Union Cabinet also approved the extension of tenure of the commission constituted under Article 340 of the Constitution to examine the issue of subcategorization within OBCs by 6 months, that is up till the 31st of January next year. And further on, the Central Cabinet has taken an important decision regarding the opening up of space assets for private sector in the country. Briefing the media after the Cabinet meeting, Union Minister Jitendra Singh gave the details of the landmark decision.
इसरो जहां है वो वहां कायम है। इसरो का रोल सीमित नहीं है, ये दूसरी संस्था जो है उसको सप्लीमेंट कर रही है। बेसिकली चूंकि हमने ये जो न्यू स्पेस इंडिया लिमिटेड है प्राइवेट सेक्टर यूनिट, इसका रोल एक्सटेंड किया टू फैसिलिटेट प्राइवेट पार्टिसिपेशन। अब उस सारे को कैसे रेगुलेट करना और समन्वय बनाना, उसके लिए एक नई संस्था एक ही बनी है और वो कोई अलग से साइंटिफिक संस्था नहीं है। इसका नाम ही है इंडियन नेशनल स्पेस प्रमोशन एंड ऑथराइजेशन सेंटर। तो ये सबको जोड़ करके जो भी प्लान्स बनेंगे कैसे चलाने आगे, और अब उसका मैकेनिज्म अभी उसकी रचना हो रही है।
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has expressed gratitude to Prime Minister Modi and the Union Cabinet for approving the proposal to give international status to Kushinagar Airport. Kushinagar is an important place in the Buddhist circuit.
तथागत बुद्ध की महापरिनिर्वाण स्थली कुशीनगर स्थित जो एक निर्माणाधीन एयरपोर्ट है, उसे इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के रूप में अपनी स्वीकृति देने के लिए मैं आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का और केंद्रीय कैबिनेट का हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं और उत्तर प्रदेश वासियों को इसकी मैं हृदय से अपनी शुभकामनाएं भी देता हूं।
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said there has been a complete transformation of passport delivery service in the last 6 years. He said there is widespread recognition in the country and within the government that the passport delivery program has improved by leaps and bounds. The External Affairs Minister was delivering the keynote address on the occasion of Passport Seva Divas. This day is celebrated to commemorate enactment of Passports Act on the 24th of June 1967. Dr. Jaishankar said his ministry has taken significant initiatives for the simplification of Passport Seva rules. The number of documents have been reduced and passport issuance process has been eased. He stressed that real reform on the ground is about the small things and rules and processes must keep getting simplified.
The Passport Seva program is an ambitious mission mode program of our government, which is being successfully operated as a public-private partnership. It is part of the National E-Governance Plan, And what we have really seen is a complete transformation in the passport delivery service, especially over the last 6 years. Our passport issuing authorities in India and abroad have worked very hard over this time period to ensure an efficient and transparent passport delivery system for services in the country and abroad. And I would say today, on the occasion of the Passport Seva Divas, we must commit ourselves to further improving our delivery systems.
Dr. Jaishankar further said that the government intends to open post office passport seva kendras in every Lok Sabha constituency.
You know that we intend to open a POPSK in every Lok Sabha constituency where no PSK exists today. And we have so far been able to provide for 488 Lok Sabha constituencies. Now, obviously, that process, which we were going forward very ambitiously, has stopped momentarily on account of the COVID-19 pandemic. But both our ministries are completing the formalities for early inauguration of POPSKs, which have already been announced.
The Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan and Minister of State for Health Ashwini Kumar Chaubey today released the India TV Report 2020 through video conferencing in New Delhi. Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh are ranked first, second and third best performing states under the National TB Elimination Program in the year 2019. Under the National TB Elimination Program, TB treatment has now been made more accessible. The fight against tuberculosis has been revamped in the country. An online database is being created for TB patients. A sum of 533 crore rupees has been distributed to more than 45 lakh TB patients. India has set a target to eliminate tuberculosis by 2025. The plan was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, following which a national strategic plan was charted out in 2017 for implementing the target. The report reflects the collective assessment and progress made by the Central TB Division to end TB in the country.
ट्यूबरक्लोसिस का एलिमिनेशन प्रोग्राम ये हमारा भारत का बहुत बड़ा एम्बिशियस प्रोग्राम है। ये हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का बहुत बड़ा सपना है और इस सपने को साकार करने के लिए किसी भी प्रकार की हमको किसी भी स्तर पर कोई भी कमी नहीं रहने देनी है। अगर दुनिया ने इस सपने को दुनिया के लिए साकार करने के लिए 2030 का लक्ष्य तय किया है, तो हमने इस सपने को साकार करने के लिए 2025 का लक्ष्य तय किया है।
निक्षय पोषण योजना के तहत 45 लाख से भी अधिक लाभार्थियों को 533 करोड़ रुपये से भी अधिक सहायता राशि दी गई है। देश में टीबी के सभी मामलों को ऑनलाइन अधिसूचित करने का करीब कार्य लगभग पूरा होने को है। इसमें 23.9 लाख रोगियों को अधिसूचित किया गया है, जिसमें से 6.2 लाख रोगी अकेले निजी क्षेत्र के हैं। इसमें 23.9 लाख रोगियों को जो अधिसूचित किया गया है, उसमें ड्रग रेजिस्टेंट जो टीबी के उपचार के लिए 711 ड्रग रेजिस्टेंट टीबी केंद्रों का संचालन भी किया गया है।
BJP National President J.P. Nadda has launched a scathing attack on the Gandhi family and Congress party. Without naming anyone, Nadda said on Twitter that one royal dynasty is asking questions to the government and accused its followers of peddling the fake narrative. Speaking about Congress' stance of repeatedly questioning the government over handling of border issues at recently held all-party meeting, where the rest of the opposition extended support to the government, Nadda said, and I quote, "It is the opposition's right to ask questions." The all-party meeting saw healthy deliberations, with several opposition leaders giving their valuable inputs. They also fully supported the centre in determining the way ahead. One family was an exception. Any guesses who? The BJP president also said that a rejected and ejected dynasty is not equal to the entire opposition. One dynasty's interests are not India's interests. Today, the nation is united and supportive of our armed forces. This is the time for unity and solidarity. Relaunch of the Sion for the nth time can wait. The BJP chief also shared the response of the then Union Minister R.S. Chaudhary in Rajya Sabha in 2012, in which he had admitted that both Pakistan and China were illegally occupying Indian territory. While sharing a clip of Chaudhry's remarks in the Rajya Sabha, JP Nadda said, "Due to the misadventures of one dynasty, we lost thousands of square kilometers of our land. The Siachen Glacier was almost gone, and much more. No wonder India has rejected them." And senior BJP leader and party spokesperson Sambit Patra today lambasted the Vadra Gandhi family for giving up over 78,000 kilometers of land, that is of Indian territory, to Pakistan as well as China. He lashed out at the erstwhile government under the leadership of former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh that the dynastic politics during his tenure ended up ceding Indian territory.
43,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर के विषय में अभी प्रधानमंत्री जी के चिट्ठी में बात हुई थी, जिसको लेकर माँ बेटे रोज सवाल पूछ रहे हैं। मैं आज हिंदुस्तान से सवाल पूछ रहा हूं। 78,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर, ये सवाल नड्डा जी की तरफ से आज समस्त हिंदुस्तान माँ बेटे से, बिकॉज दे आर डायनास्ट्स, और इन्हीं माँ बेटे ने भ्रम की राजनीति, भ्रमजान फैलाया है। माँ बेटे ये जवाब दे कि आपके परिवार ने, क्योंकि जितने भी मुख्यतः ये ट्रीटी साइन हुई है, आपके परिवार या आपके परिवार के नीचे जिन लोगों ने काम किया है उनके द्वारा किया गया है। क्यों दिया 78,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर की जमीन आपने?
Addressing the media, the BJP spokesperson also said that the Indian Army had thwarted attempts of the Congress and Nehru Gandhi Vadra family to give away Siachen to Pakistan.
सियाचिन को पाकिस्तान को देने की सारी बात तय हो चुकी थी, किंतु आज मैं इस प्लेटफॉर्म से आर्मी को साष्टांग प्रणाम करता हूं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी आर्मी को साष्टांग प्रणाम करती है कि डायनास्टी ने, मां बेटे ने, नेहरू गांधी वाड्रा परिवार ने ये तय कर लिया था कि सियाचिन की भूमि भी पाकिस्तान को दे दी जाए, किंतु आर्मी ने इंटरवीन किया, आर्मी ने गुहार लगाई, आर्मी ने इस पे ऑब्जेक्शन दिया, और आर्मी के जनरल का नाम भी यहां मौजूद है, आर्मी चीफ जनरल जे सिंह, उनके कहने के पश्चात इस डील को स्क्रैप किया गया। उल्टी लटक गई थी कांग्रेस पार्टी की जमीन देना है। यह महानता है आर्मी की, यह महानता है आर्मी की कि आर्मी ने हमारे जमीन को बचाया।
And Sambit Patra also said that the royal family was behaving like property dealers since inception of the country.
They were behaving as property dealers. Let me not mince my words today to state that this particular royal dynasty clan, the Vadra clan, was behaving as a property dealer since inception of India, and the family was giving out land to China. ये जो परिवार है, जिसको वाड्रा परिवार के नाम से आज जाना जाता है, शुरू से ही, जब से भारतवर्ष आजाद हुआ है, इस परिवार ने एक प्रॉपर्टी डीलर के रूप में बिहेव किया है। इन्होंने हिंदुस्तान की जमीन को दूसरे देशों में बांटा है। 78,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर की जमीन इन्होंने चीन और पाकिस्तान को दिया है।
Now, the historic Victory Day parade is being held at Moscow's Red Square to commemorate the 75th anniversary of victory in the Second World War. The parade is organized to honor the heroism and sacrifices made by Russian and other friendly people. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is representing India at the Victory Day parade. This year's parade comes during an unprecedented global health crisis, and the event had to be rescheduled from its original date of the 9th of May to the 24th of June. Military personnel from 13 countries are participating in the Victory Day parade. And a tri-service 75-member Indian military contingent is also participating in the Victory Day parade along with Russian contingent and other invited contingents. The Indian participation in the Victory Day parade is a mark of tribute to the great sacrifices made by Russia and other nations in the Second World War, in which Indian soldiers also participated and made the supreme sacrifice. And on this occasion, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that it was a proud moment for him to watch the Indian contingent march in the Grand Victory Day parade on Red Square in Moscow.
सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर की 75th एनिवर्सरी के अवसर पर इस रेड स्क्वायर में जो कार्यक्रम आयोजित किया गया, वह कार्यक्रम बहुत ही भव्य था, और उसमें भारत की कंटिजेंट के परफॉर्मेंस को देखकर मुझे बेहद खुशी हुई। मैं इस अवसर पर सभी को अपनी तरफ से हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ।
And addressing the 75th Victory Day parade of the Second World War, Russian President Vladimir Putin underscored the new emerging threats to the world, putting forward the need for international cooperation to tackle new challenges. Putin assured that Russia is ready to cooperate with all parts of the world.
We are open to cooperation across all the areas. One of them is the need to build a common security architecture. The world is changing very fast, and that could help us to protect the world against new emerging dangerous threats.
Back home, Army Chief General M.M. Narbane awarded commendation cards to men involved in the face-off at Galwan. Whenever the chief visits formations or units, it's a norm to award on-the-spot commendation cards to personnel who exhibit exceptional devotion to duty. In the instant case, also personnel have been awarded for devotion to duty. And surmounting all challenges, the Indian Army has completed the construction of a composite bridge at the blowout site of well number 5 in Baghjan oil field. The construction of this bridge was extremely critical for the task of controlling the fire, as it provides the only access to experts to approach the well. The experts now plan to lay a heavy-duty pipeline over the bridge and create a water umbrella for dousing the fire. Undaunted by the multitude of engineering challenges, the Army constructed the bridge in a short time of 24 hours under heavy rainfall and extreme temperatures. A monsoon has set foot in various states of the country, including Rajasthan, Uttarakhand and parts of Uttar Pradesh, including Ghaziabad and Aligarh. Although the capital and its adjoining states are already receiving rains, IMD has forecast that the monsoon is expected to approach Delhi, Haryana and remaining parts of Uttar Pradesh by Thursday.
क्योंकि हम मानसून को डिक्लेयर करने के लिए सुबह आज 8:30 बजे तक की वर्षा को लेते हैं, तो 8:30 बजे तक दिल्ली में वर्षा नहीं आई थी। हालांकि उसके बाद में उसमें दिल्ली में भी कुछ हिस्सों में वर्षा मिली और वेस्ट यूपी के भी कुछ हिस्सों में आज हमें वर्षा मिल गई है। तो ये मान के चले अगले 24 घंटों में बाकी के जो हिस्से हैं हमारे पश्चिमी यूपी के और दिल्ली के और कुछ और हिस्से जो है पंजाब में, उनमें वर्षा मिलेगी।
Let's now get to some international updates. The pandemic has taken a toll on everything. Artists have been hugely affected by the global health crisis. Swiss acrobat Freddie Nock walked blindfolded and rode a bike at an altitude of 3,000 meters as part of a performance done on Tuesday to highlight struggles amid the COVID-19 crisis. During his performance, Nock broke 3 records with balancing for 40 meters on a slope, riding a bike on a cable car for 367 meters and walking blindfolded on the same cable for over 150 meters. The air show was organized by Nock and the Swiss Glacier 3000 to support artists who have been impacted by the COVID-19 crisis all over the world. Many other acrobats participated in the show, including Swiss trapeze artist David Maillard, who performed a show hung on one of the cable cars 200 meters above ground. Skywalker Ramon Catharina opened the show carrying the theme of Wheel of Death. Not suggesting that you show support for Corona warriors and those in distress in a similar manner, but you can do your own thing. And that's all we have for the moment in this edition of the news. Just bear in mind that whatever you do, you have to stay safe, wear mask, hand hygiene as well as social distancing. Thanks for watching.